the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
If say we follow politics, especially NPP, the New Patriotic Party, with regards to the Nanado and Bawumia government, Nipa Bakwana are very instrumental. Our the former information minister, lawyer Fatimar Abubakar. In fact, the thing in Kanye check. Now, only me say, or no, the current spokesperson for the former president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Now, appear today, we're granting interview or Obi Osebonsu Asempa Ekosi Senso. Now, we're great and some dear Guho Papa. In fact, this woman is very eloquent. Now, the intro and the NDC at the winning elections. And now we're best peeling over the beans concerning a free Sh0cks home. Internal elections about MPP mu any ho kwane ba wade nsem agu opa enko tie nsem a wade to bia
capacity to serve her. You are entitled to every opportunity that exists. Yanhwe me som, yanhwe me menimu, yanhwe bia baby me free or the circumstances of my birth. Yes, so fati de oma na adwuma obetumi aye odi ne ho ni ototo ne niam aye. President Akufo-Addo, Amama any aid in opposition. Amame 3 appointments in the last 8 years. Even say in retirement. Was Ashemenu Yamama me appointment as the aid and spokesperson. Emma Hua Bebre.
It is officially on our Casaman and
me patron. But because ye to near maybe a name for official communication and Mabontin, I'm also holding it a little but we beside ye. Mejidi say what here nature say Nyako Kwemu Assembly.
Oh, okay, nice. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Wow. But what it then means, they say, Sebase party, more conference, I'm over next month. Say amendment proposal, say, Omoma Kwaima, former ministers in Antuabano conference Jitumua, Obetuabanibi.
Me patron, the previous ones me too be.
So now you're sitting.
Now me a patron. There be me a sitting minister, but me say patron or Kwabri East constituency. Okay. So I was one of the 3. Yemaya Kwenya my Yetoaba.
Okay. But still, I would have been a patron.
Patron.
And with patron, you can still you vote. That's your
man's son. Near to be.
Oh, okay. And what decide you be our better man?
Oh, Bachai.
Unim dada.
Oh, minim dada. Without a doubt. And I say, Mr. Kame, make Dr. Bawumia, and I'm fully supporting him and I endorse him.
Oh, okay.
I have been magnanimous because you say practice what you preach. Ye per se, ye kwa batu num, near toto near my in such a way, say, no bedding kunim biano. Quickly, ye betima kan ye ho abom ne abebo ni chidoma ma ne mo ayedu say be ya the more the bigger battle ahead ye beko with a team that is formidable. Me so me gidi say when my personal interest conflicts with the party's interest, I have to cede my personal interest to the collective interest. In the general secretary my announcement say me enya campaign what say me nka bi that notwithstanding although me my favorite candidate I may support bibia ba ye kase me ma bonten me kasa nyese ya na ma twentwen so kakra ba me gidi say abro yi poma kwan ma mo behu all of us in the system vigorously ye advocacy for Dr. Bawumia.
Okay. And you think he is still the right person to lead?
Absolutely. At this time, I think he's the best to lead the party. And it is based on 2 things. The NPP that I fell in love with, me a first generation politician.
Okay.
Me busuemu, me nana, me chichi, me so be anje party candidate.
Oh, okay.
Me na me de me ho abesha manyo se mu na matwe o maberem. I believe so be a fair opportunity. And say be obia the fundamentals and they say it should be based on the person's integrity and then the capacity to lead the party to victory and the capacity to serve Ghana as a country. Oh, in election now to mean it doesn't make sense. and I'm in politics with that mindset. I say yen so ni betimi aye e de aboa Ghana mayama o minor tumpon no e no necessary ye enti me hwe at every election no say candidates no mo beba abontini na obia pros and cons aha me say na ho de ne say ni weakness ne say ni nyina make kambo ma I believe say at this time ne de yema Dr. Bawumia kwanya no nsan
Kobi and his comeback no would bode well for the NPP.
I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. And a lot of ayana nipa bebre make argument be say because you lose the election. And I'm saying more say track record now former president Mahama Eddie Lucy 2016 election and one was Adi Ababe winning 2024 elections no. Is it not the same track record within the 8 years before for different than time will be a better storyteller of the legacy of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia led government. And gradually, me betina ha me ko social media teachers are yate swat for egu omuso a omudi abobo omusu oyawdie wo system num enzo so be kape NDC for be gaslight o say na aban ne ba e kra bosumi num ni eden na aban na ye mo ma ne nhome oba ye nche headmaster for tinisuo
aden.
Oh, won't headmaster for Asemaba?
Almost a day in Aba.
Teachers, headmasters, track record based on government biaba and investment. Osha na NPP was like a natural ally to them. Na mamima one instance in 2015 obekanya a for no manya clearance ye do omako the various JHS ni basic schools so omonko cha de no 3 years yes ye betu aka 3 months one da me se minimum be a family member omo posting from Kumasi to Sankore okoye adwuma mfie miensa ojeje bosia rent ni year at the end of the day omo ka cha ne say omo ba be man only 3 months salary. And for the no munim say when it comes to the welfare of the teachers, any education stakeholders now, NDC modern mono a form. And NDC in so who say on votes in free ma. And na so mo share Juma bono keshi. Ejuma mo share bini saying President Mahama e catch headmasters at the various schools. I say adentina enka antete no ye ma musika etumu kotokuom na mo ankasa mo yibi ukojoma ponche na apesa woto no aba be ye aduane ama school for no ma dini say peche se opese okotokosua akokọ nam bibia Akufo-Addo akofa bibia ba say ye de sa budget na ekwa ma buffer stock ama mo na supply aduane ama mo se moto aba ma me na me ni NDC ye befa akonwa na ye buffer stock sem no contract ne de brofu bebre ne NCBO headmaster for ye de akoma na be hyem nsem na mo ankasa makodidwa anu aduane peche e de ama school for edi. The fact of the issue is that na ye adwuma na o mahyehyɛ ama headmaster for na wotwe etwa education minister honorable Haruna Idrisu asa ka che the same head until na grad for ne not for more comments
Matthew mo issues
waka kire mo say akohoma na ye de ball headmaster for ne mo beje free hosa de akoma ba fast stock no mun continue bill na say
headmasters now
Debbie. This was a status quo under President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia ban. So nim say buffer stock no under Ministry of Agric. President Mills and setting it up in 2010 by an executive instrument. Say food security issues inti. See enya baby e benya buffer stock e be keeping nuane like warehouse and storage ne hon koniaba. Enti buffer stock no under President Mills time no mo set up no na wo headquarters wa Accra ha and there were 3 branches in Ashanti region, Bunahafo and a northern region. Enti President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia about 2017 no and no mo say ye be introduce free SHS. As part of the free SHS no kwala no na ekogu school no be feed you 3 times a day. Yes day students so ye be feed you once a day. Enti sadia yen pushy investment into buffer stock. They expanding instead of the 3 branches, every region should have a regional office of buffer stock. So they expanded from the 3 to the traditional 10 regions. Ma bebia or the 10 regions as they then was no obia and a buffer stock regional office. And through the special development ministry and honorable Hawakum saying that no any agric ministry or mokabo mu no mu see those 1,000 metric tons warehouses about 80 say yebema buffer stock 70% of the allocation to the schools no more they are to 18 non-perishable items near the 30% in swama headmaster for no more they are to gas perishables and others. That's how they classify it into better perishables no which include protein vegetables omuwia no masa to gas no matter be eja bidia na say eja a omo de be no aduane no. So that was the arrangement 70-30.
Yes.
Enti cereals ne canned food ne nyina na free buffer stock na eba ehwa na NDC for hye adwuma and omo ba studio ha me ni bebre abetena ha omo kasa omo se akufo ado agiska nyina free headmaster for nsem se omo ntimi nkasa headmaster for osu omo se aduane ne nye enso omo ntimincomplaini omo usu omo kasa. All of a sudden, NDC had become allies and advocates for headmasters. Say, as I see, the 100% of the food allocation no enfan komo. And omuji tu mu no mo ye campaign ma NDC na maba. Now him the funny thing, NDC winning elections in December no. Not because of the 2024 droughts now see in 8 regions. So from July in Suyanto. In most of the regions in the north and the middle belt. And may press conference with the then finance minister, Honorable Anta, and the then agric minister, Honorable Brane Champon. So more import cereals, niyama banyako distribution. Any another component or more cash distribution to affected persons. You lose the election, send aduane in your warehouse. And then this is for society, so more the commerce students no or free Sh0cks. President Akufo-Addo aduane no. Almost sa koma omo ote hwa na makofa video bi abahwe schools no aduane abu omu say tam ene ye ma wa chekura kosua mienu na da so ene omu di Akufo-Addo aduane no omo ye no omo ya abu obi aduane na sa omu di wie ya na education minister se da bi say no headmaster for Miss Remeka na ye said the contracts na ekoma buffer stock ama o map suppliers o mode non-perishables enti headmasters no e feel say qnet aban no ankrofo kan say ascam omo no omo de ayo omo say fomfram no be antimi nkasa because agenda say azan yes here do ko Canada obehu na wa bi okuta ya fa wo Burkina
anti omo ka so mbe ma headmasters sika
me say
no mo awato ni o ma no
omo to bibia
o ma reverse sade no
Honorable Haruna Idrisu na announced last week so omo reverse omo nye bio omo no omo kan so meboa but adia me feel say so tro no omo de abo headmasters and say at this point in time they are calling their integrity into question. Are you saying say abine the allocation in na koma omo and omo diska no? Are you accusing the headmasters of embezzlement? Are you accusing them say omo to turn yaman ba no omo wi akomo fie? What do they mean by reverted to the old system? Because I say purchase okoso omo hwe ye na aduane ne anko yie o magiska na di o man feed nkwala no enti obi we the headmaster for e sorry headmaster for e sorry na we qnet ni bia kam sorry. And it's not just about the headmasters and na make about video me hu ye e wo GES a church-for I form in September 2024 omusu omusika ho ne akofa SWAT for aba ne epiapia omo ne atwetuo wo omo so na mrante ne maba wa yisu abrante ba kokra de the medical bills nyina chere some of the cameras na minim baby a mehu no na me personally out of pocket my contribution be towards his treatment so tie me wa ha say ya on reach out to ekosi saying na kakra bi a me so me widow's mite menya de amano no me de amano. But the NDC has also managed to change the narrative to make it appear say na say NPP time here for NPP ne fa omo into omo car. Why are you blaming this government? But that is not the narrative
near then
sir. But 2022 batch omo Ministry of Education through to a year Ministry of Finance for clearance in 2023 Into clearance no, the first batch of the clearance no, by in May of 2025. May of 2024. Honorable Abena Osayasari, Onanan and Sasha at the time. I am more Makwenya, essay, Omun recruited 16,500 teachers from Omomoko colleges of education. Normun recruited 1,500 non-teaching staff. Into a more clearance. Nasa clearance in a buy, no, Omukoye variation. Essay omo person omu uses a second clearance by in July. Essay graduate teachers omo for 2,000 of them. And omo variations say yen kan mom na yenyi mu 2,000 mfa diploma teachers. And to hear the breakdown of clearance now omo defa teachers now. Now at the end of the day, nsa 16,500 now omunya for colleges of education no. Omu ye emu 12,784 for a church for Moko colleges of education. And on Monday 2,629, a year limited recruitment for the universities. And on Monday a moon so 920 Emma graduate recruitment. And to Obi, when you like a Cambomoa, not just out of clearance, no munya for the May batch, ni July batch, now Kaboma 18,500. Okay. And a total recruitment now were 17,720. And near Kaiche unutilized clearance in 2024, young recruit to Obiano. Then also see 780. Na una clearance are then sign. Clearance no. About July no, my effective date say Ministry of Education ni GES entimi recruitee until any time after 1st August 2024. Enti no mo masa nurse o mo twema August drew and sa no ma start recruitment process no. Enti wo hwe obi a letter na September of 2024. Enti no mo ka 10 months no.
Okay.
Now recruitment process no so cumbersome say nwonran to the extent say unya clearance na ensign. Abrante na baba wa we school. Wono wa ne license. Yafa no GES. So okwaje ne letter no GES in September onwie yo. Esese o de kwa region acquire validation at the regional level. Na Osaka district acquire validation or district level. Owie anu akọ school na ne letter no so no acquire validation with the headmaster. Na owie we nyina obi ansa na ye de ne documents na back to GES for them to process to send to controller. Enti validation no be form from time a urgent a letter no to time obedru headmaster ho awie ama ne documents na back to GES it may take up to 3 months. And historically that is how it has been. They don't circumvent the process. Now where we have validation we now documents na sa back to GES no. Omo system be a friend HRMIS. Okay. Public Services Commission for like integration system. Ombejo Ghana card new BBI integrate you. No more the controller system so den. Aka ho. Na no crampo no bitimi koye yes ne Ghana card amfa. Yes ne data ka region mail system no me medru ye. Yes ne data ne information aka ha nyambai. Entino eno na timi lead to some of the delays in the validation process. Maybe sir the then GES Director General Dr. Eric Nkansa at the time I free office no say out of 18,500 year makan na mu 10 to 50 to 20% they no munya or more staff ID even after going through the process. Entin kaboni bi anim because government a continuation. Na fofia antoata ye lose election no. Abanfofo no ye swearing in no. And the current chief of staff, Honorable Julius Debra, Okanya or issue statements, say or halt last minute recruitment.
Yes.
Or halt last minute recruitment. Now GES interpreted the current GES interpreted that to mean say why yam fa won to payroll so as at 7th December 2024 no. Also so be coffee. When they've been teaching since whilst they are doing this procedural and yamani now more child they are in the classrooms teaching. enti from September na wako school wa ya gina tuma or ye adwuma na o moving in na yesi ye ntua ne ka because aban sesa aba enti nkra no eti etua ama pressure ba GS so ena later GS yes okay omo na omo kan ye say directive ne chere say omo invalidate omo but omo asesa omo adwene obi omo so omo asesa omo adwene be sin ne enkrofo bi kra document aka regions
yeah but almost say the cause of the delay you know and this is based on statement and the GS issue and it said the clearance now can ho asem it expired in December 2024 enti eno expire no omo ana omatimi anya omo card yetua won kane de omo no they are still being paid but omo at the time of the expiration no omo sanka omo cards no omo they need to get fresh clearance for them and no mugu so ye ho adwuma this year
Obi what led to the expiration of the clearance me my sector minister open commencement warrants open clearance from finance ministry they will give you the valid dates the commencement date they will give you the expiry dates the government because NMC can about 80% they got their staff ID they got them on payroll so it was a continuing process because we anticipate to say all of that will be completed within 3 to 4 months now what happened after 7th December NDC 14 even public sector workers omuntimi nkwa adwuma opa kobisa tema port for kobisa Ghana gas for na GS one ebe prede ne nkwa akoto adwa mama tutrafo bi atamo nkrante abetwetwa ne ti wo ho they were in the position to continue the process by 31st December no nature say I exhaustia mo bia more technical challenges or more procedural challenges no bia nya ne de na mo mpenimpo mo ye non political staff on kwa adwuma because you have won an election and to trust them na bebia mo bebre wo TV so emfonyi ne de nya me na metwa ate say wo Abel Fontaine so they didn't even and pressure and then on my press conference we suspect last minute recruitment yam pene mamonye baby aka bia munja ye ba na aba beto so na se wo clearance expire utimi apply mo ye extension ye den ema
yeah into almost afei on my to the finance ministry for the extension
enti no mo pepa no so mo be ya it could have been done in January as a matter of urgency. Dede bebreba me kaimi ye nyina ni ti awane say the students do not or the teachers do not deserve the treatment that is meted on them by the NDC government and as aye no 2015 2016 omo bre say ya omo de na anything NDC omo mpese omo mpeti and mo amabeya no de over the period sister niema running smoothly cry mo catch omo salary increments e koso in multiple folds mo catch omo say we'll do something different and say no matimi abedwa manu mo afine and you received overwhelming support from them Oma Bawumia was because omo clearance I expire on 31st December 2024. And yeah buy and yeah adwene say yeah extend the atna ho amankole ye koma de omo matetua on several occasions. In fact, me tie some of our interviews. Almost say oh yeah the anya politics near we don't want to head the DC the GES. We don't want to disrespect anybody. We are just saying say as a church for yakoye adwuma bosumi do ye bre and yama nkoye maye enti munye intervention na nwanu ya obi akwaje bosin akohan dan obi a relocate na ire ne mma obi aja ni kunu ne na busuafo ka sika kra weekends o de be ko back oni bi ohu omo nso so atin so ma fonfon ye because oya wom oh obi anu crow you say to your young ho na etu aduam ye wo obi